Hello everybody, welcome back to another Amy Plays, a bunch of demos that have appeared on Steam video thing. Listen, I don't know, alright? I didn't anticipate when I made the Steam Next Fest video that I was going to be making this into a pseudo-series. But I've been watching like Gamescom coverage and seeing that like a ton of games have demos available for Gamescom, and I was like, well, I want to sit down and play demos. Like, I missed the whole like going to EGX and playing demos and coming back and talking about all the cool games I played. And this is as close as I'm gonna get to that because I don't really want to stuff myself into a building full of tens of thousands of people and get sick. I've had enough being sick recently. So this is another one of those videos where I just play a bunch of demos and hit record immediately after finishing each game and give you my raw thoughts on what I just played. It won't be as long as the last one. I have more time constraints this time, so I won't be playing like 15 demos. It'll be a lot less than that. I'm looking like I've got a time limit of how long I can spend playing and recording this stuff. So it makes sense if I just get right into it. And the first demo I played was System Shock, because of course it was going to be the System Shock remake. Like, I saw this pop up at Games Radar. No, it's not what it's called. It's the Future Game Show, where I was sitting and I was messaging Moody and he was making Borg jokes and I was just like, it's System Shock! Oh my god! Like, I made a joke in the update video I posted a couple of days ago that that immersive sims are objectively the best genre, and I say joke like I'm with heavy air quotes, because it's not really a joke. I think maybe not objectively, but immersive sims are my favorite genre of video games. Like, I just love them so much. The way they work, the way they react to you, and what you do. And you basically like how open-ended the gameplay can be, because it gives you a bunch of tools and a bunch of obstacles and says, hey, you can approach this however you want, and then the world around you reacts to that. And it's just such an amazing like gameplay design. Like, it annoys me that immersive sims are so few and far between. But I played the System Shock remake. It's System Shock, as shocking as that may be. It's like the demo is the medical demo, so you get the medical level, so you get to explore like the medical level, waking up on a table and, oh no, everything's gone wrong. There's mutant things and cyborgs and robots, and they're all trying to kill you, and you've got to make your way around with a lead pipe and a mini pistol, and you get the cool like energy gun thing that does less damage, but uses your battery instead of. You don't need me to explain this. What I want to say is, like, this was such a cool experience. Like, it just drops you in, you know? Like, you get a splash screen of text at the beginning of the demo to explain what's going on, and then you are sent forth into the world, and you slowly, well, not slowly, but you piece together that something has gone wrong very quickly. And then as you explore, the game lets you, or the demo, well, the game will as well, but the demo lets you figure out what has gone wrong very, very slowly. As you like find audio logs and you find clues in the environment. Like, there's a lot of environmental storytelling. There's a lot of the story, quote unquote story, or a lot of the backstory is left up to the player to find and piece together based on what they find as they progress. For example, you find a voice log at one point which tells you that all of the humans that are left have gone to a certain place, and that's there's no objective marker that then pops up on your map to say, hey, you need to go here. It's like, okay, I need to go here because this is where all the people went. And then when you get there later in the demo, everybody's dead, and you find audio logs, and you see what happened. You walk into the room, there's dead bodies everywhere, there's some mutants, and you piece it together yourself rather than having like a cutscene or a flashback or something telling you what happened. You just figure it out. And that's what the whole game is based on, or at least the demo that I played, although spoiler alert, I have played System Shock before. I'm super excited for the System Shock remake. It plays really, really well. You've got your melee weapon, you've got your stealth options, you've got your combat options. There's a lot that you can do. Again, it's an immersive sim, so the game is open to you solving problems however you see fit, whether that's sneaking past things or fighting everything in your path. So the demo is available on Steam. I don't know how long for. Hopefully it's still up when this video goes up, because I highly recommend that you give it a look if you like sci-fi and horror and immersive sims. And yeah, just if you get the demo, don't do what I did, which was to accidentally destroy your one and only melee weapon while clearing inventory space, forcing you to rely on the pistol. That's not good. I had to restart the entire demo because I basically soft locked myself after a certain point. So don't do that. But other than that, it's a fantastic game, and I really, really enjoyed playing the demo. I can't wait for the full release, supposedly sometime in 2022. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, it is, because I'm really, really excited to play this game. So the next game I played on my demo list was How to Say Goodbye. This is the game that caught my eye back at E3, or whatever we decided we were going to call E3. A Day of the Devs, I think it was. It's a really, really interesting puzzle game. Obviously, as the name of the game suggests, this is a game that deals with loss and grief and letting go. It's about a person called Sendak who dies and is a spirit and is wandering through the spirit lands trying to find their brother Tommy. And I won't get into any more detail about like what the actual story was, what the story is, but the it's a good start. Is what I will say about that. Like, it's definitely like touching upon some of the feelings that I would expect a game like this to touch upon. It's the puzzle gameplay that I really want to sort of highlight as when me and Rudy both first saw this as part of Day of the Devs. We both agreed that this looked quite interesting as a puzzle game. As you can see on the screen from the footage, you move tiles around to manipulate Sendak, other characters that appear as part of the gameplay, and also objects. For example, keys is a big one. And it's about figuring out how to get things, whether that be Sendak or whether that be the objects, to the places that you need to get them. It's not always as straightforward. Like, it looks like it's laid out almost like a grid, but that's not quite how the lanes move all of the time. And then later on, the game will throw in other sort of obstacles that you have to try and move around, such as you need to be able to stand on a button to keep a platform down. So you need to, instead of moving, you move Sendak to the button, and instead of moving them to the platform that went down, you have to keep Sendak where they are, and then move Sendak, and then move the things around to get the key that's just been given to you or whatever to Sendak. And it's really quite interesting. Like, it's a little bit fiddly with a mouse. I will say that right off of the bat. Like, trying to get things to move in the correct direction sometimes can take a couple of attempts. And you probably see me sort of brushing up against fiddly-ish mouse controls. Like, it's all clicking and dragging. It almost feels like it was designed for a touchscreen. So, but the fiddliness is very minor. It's very, very simple to control. And the puzzles require a bit of thought. Like, I was never stumped by any of the ones that appeared in the demo. Usually it would just take like a few seconds of thinking and going, I see what I have to try and do, and then manipulating the environment to try and do it. But it was a pretty good demo. Like, I enjoyed it. It scratched an itch in my brain, which I guess is a good thing. It's I guess what puzzle games are trying to do. But yeah, like, I have a feeling it's gonna get pretty emotional as the game goes on, and I also have a feeling it's gonna get pretty brain teasing. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Brain teasing? I guess that's what we're gonna go with. But it was a good demo. I am very interested to see what, like, to play the rest of it when it comes out. It's been on my radar. And this is another game that again is down for coming in 2022, still according to the Steam store page. It was part of the Indie Arena booth, which are doing game demos for Gamescom this year. And yeah, it's a great demo. It's a cool game. Looking forward to it. I'm gonna move on to the next one. What's next? What have I got now? Oh shit. So the next one I played was EXP War Trauma, which is a horror game. That was at the Future Games show. It was shit. It wasn't shit. Sorry, I was saying shit because it scared the fucking bejesus out of me. I realized that my microphone was still live while I was playing the demo. And I went back to look at the footage, and it's very funny, but there's no sound on the game because I'm just capturing footage. I had the sound muted for the game, but like, I could sit here and tell you this is a fucking scary horror game, right? Like, I could sit here and tell you that. and I just did. But like, okay, so I'm gonna do something a bit weird, and you can skip this part if you wanna. If you wanna skip this part, my brain is jumbled up. I'm gonna just play some of the footage with my reactions. There's no game audio, but you can hear my reactions. So just pretend there's loud noises when there's loud noises. There is one incredibly in-your-face jump scare for people who don't like that kind of thing. And you don't need to worry about the game audio being missing in that part because I'm loud enough to make up for that. Here's like 30 seconds of me freaking out while playing EXP War Trauma. This flashlight is awful. Huh? Fuck. Fuck. Shit. Oh, that's getting bigger. Fuck. Fuck. Ha. Huh. No. Now what? Ah. Shut up. Shut up. No, that wasn't me. I didn't do that. Aye! What the fuck, you fucking... Nah, fuck this. What the fuck? Shut up. Fucking... Yeah. Fuck this. Fuck this. I wanted to go home. No. No. We're not doing this anymore. Fuck off. Let me out. So yes, someone played PT and really liked it. And I'm not saying that as a derogatory. Like, I think like we've had some games that have been inspired by PT crop up in the past few years that haven't been too great. Like EXP War Trauma, at least from what I've played here, is very scary. Like, I didn't appreciate the jump scare. Like, it wasn't really earned. It was just like, oh, here's a big scary thing in your face. I'm not a fan of sudden big scary things in your face. But it was also like setting up quite an atmosphere of, I don't want to be here or do this. Why am I here and doing any of this? Which is good. As paradoxical as that might sound, horror games are like supposed to be scary. And if you like to play them and like to be scared, then guess what? This demo is pretty effective at that. I'm gonna go and play something else now, though. Okay, so after that traumatizing experience, I sat down to play Faerie Afterlight, which is basically, I'm guessing, a more wholesome, if that's even possible, version of Hollow Knight. Like, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. This got a very small showing in the Future Games Showcase, and it looked cute. And there was definitely some kind of platforming and or like Metroidvania aspect to the game. But within sort of like a couple of minutes of playing the game, I realized, oh, this has been inspired by Hollow Knight for sure, like 100%. And it plays really well. It's like a nice place to be. Like, even though there's things in the game that are trying to kill you, and it can be quite challenging. Like, I don't want to give the impression that this is a difficult game, at least not the demo that I played, but like there can be some puzzles which will cause you to sort of with involving like moving blocks and water, because the character that you play as, when they go into water, they float up to the top of it, and they can be quite a brain teaser. And then like there's some ways in which water interacts with combat, especially in one of the boss fights that I experienced in the demo, where it's like you have to kind of navigate around like this mechanic where you're not 100% in control of where you're moving around. But it works really well. Like, once I got into the flow of it, and once I realized, oh, I'm playing a game that's maybe a little bit sort of more difficult than it looks. I guess, because we judge games by their covers all the time, of course. Then I was into it. Like, it was nice. Like, there was nice music. The atmosphere was really nice. The world itself was really nice. Like, it's a gorgeous game. I like the two characters like that you play as. I can't remember the little fairy guy person that follows you around. It's called Wispy, and do not remember the main character's name. I'm sorry. But they're both very cute and adorable. I like the interplay that you get between them. I like the fact that there's obviously a lot to explore in this game. So I kind of followed the golden path to the two boss fights to unlock the thing to lower the water, and then to my shock, the game kept going, or the demo kept going, which I wasn't expecting, and I just puzzle solving. But like in that first area, like after following the golden path, there was definitely some other places that I could go. Like I could branch out and explore and find things. The things that I was finding were mostly notes or text logs, I guess. I don't know. Blame me playing System Shock for calling it text logs, I guess. But no, it was a nice little wholesome little indie game. Don't know why I said wholesome 17 times in a row. But I'd be interested to have a look at this when it comes out. Chemo. I knew I'd remember the name of the protagonist, but yeah, the game is coming out summer 2022. So says the Steam Store page. Which I mean, summer's nearly over, so I don't know if that, unless it's coming out like next week or something. Might be a little bit late. Might be a little bit later. But yeah, this game looks super cool, super wholesome, and a lot of fun to play. And if you're into sort of that Hollow Knight, Ori and the Blind Forest, I'd say is another good analog for the kind of vibes you're gonna get from this game. Then have a look at it. It's on Steam. Faerie Afterlight. There'll be a link in the store description for the Steam Store page. In the video description for the Steam Store page. And that's going to do it. I only got to check out 4 demos this time around. But in my defense, I didn't realize I was going to be doing this. If I had, I would have done it when I had more time available to me to play more demos. But the next Steam Next Fest is in October. So I'll definitely do a big bumper video for a bunch of demos in October. I have a bunch of demos on my computer that aren't tied to like any sort of event that I always mean to check out, and maybe I'll do something with that. Maybe I'll do another video between now and October. Probably not though, because there's a lot of games coming out that look really cool over the course of the next month or so. So I probably won't have a chance to get to demos. But I checked out a few demos here. They were all good. One of them scarred me for life. But I'll definitely like all 4 of these games are now on my wish list. I enjoyed all 4 of them. And I'm going to get out of here, so that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching if you've watched. I'll see you all next time I do one of these. Like, I hope you're not just here for the demo videos, but whatever. I'll see you around. I'll see you on the internet. Have a good evening, day, and night, whatever it is to you. It's quite late here, so that's why I said night, but see you later.